Welcome to Windsor Castle, once again the backdrop to the annual celebration of the monarch's official birthday, and once again an opportunity for us to admire the skill and the style of Her Majesty's personal troops, led this year by the Scots Guards, at the Queen's Birthday Parade for 2021. Yes, we are back in the Royal Borough of Windsor this year to mark the Queen's official birthday. And as the United Kingdom gradually emerges from the COVID lockdown, it is a smaller birthday parade, but it is still a splendid showcase for the regiments of the Household Division. Now, just 2 months ago, Windsor Castle was the setting for the funeral of the Duke of Edinburgh. Since when, the Queen has returned to public duties with great energy. It's been a very busy few days. Her Majesty was in Cornwall yesterday for the G7 summit. And within the next hour, the Queen will be present here in the great quadrangle of Windsor Castle to take the salute at her 69th birthday parade as sovereign. Now, the essence of the ceremony, when the colour is trooped through the ranks, we'll see that a little later, that's still at the heart of this very familiar parade. There will be some great and glorious military tunes, and the Royal Air Force are standing by to pay their own tribute with a flypast by the Red Arrows to bring today's event to a close. Her Majesty the Queen, escorted by His Royal Highness the Duke of Kent, who's Colonel of the Scots Guards. Her Majesty, who celebrated her birthday at 95 back in April. Duke of Kent, who is 85 this year. Passing members of the Major General's Party. Her Majesty, who was at the G7 summit yesterday in Cornwall, returned overnight and will be meeting President Biden tomorrow. It's a very busy time. The parade will begin at 11 o'clock. Grenadiers' slow march, and here we have the essence of this parade. Colour being a crucial rallying point on the battlefield, reminding everyone on parade today of the lasting bond between them and the sovereign. And Andrew, it's important for everyone watching today to realise the significance of the colour.
Yes, indeed, Hugh. As you say, it's the rallying point because the battlefield was thick with smoke of musket and cannon fire, and this act allowed them to recognise their own colour despite that. And you mentioned the 11 Victoria Crosses won by the regiment earlier. 3 out of those Victoria Crosses were won in relation to actions surrounding the colours. And because they were so important, they were considered a prize worth capturing by the enemy, so they were often in the thick of battle. Today, the colour is the physical manifestation of the regiment's history and our forebears' sacrifices. So it's revered and held in very high regard.
Because of that, of course, such an honour for the ensign to be carrying the colour. Lieutenant Hugh Dingwall, he explained what he was feeling.
The colours are always held by a junior officer while trooping the colour or on the battlefield. We had tryouts, looking at our foot drill, our sword drill, our colour drill, and then the panel judged on who the best one was, and that person got the job, and that was me. I was very, very excited, nervous, and ready to get training. My worst nightmare would be a windy day. You present the colours in front of Her Majesty where they're supposed to gracefully come across in front of you. Gathering the colours after that in a wind is sometimes very difficult.
God will march back! By the left! Quick! March!
So the trooping phase is complete and the march past is about to begin. All the energy and the vigour of the march past when Her Majesty will be taking salute. Led by the field officer, Lieutenant Colonel David Marsham. The major of the parade is Major Adrian Havelock. The adjutant, Captain William Burt. Music changes to the British Grenadiers, traditional quick march for number 2 Guard, Nijmegen Company Grenadier Guards. And as numbers 3 and 4 Guards march past the Queen, the music changes to Milanolo, quick march of the Coldstream Guards. Queen today in a grey and lemon matching Angela Kelly coat and hat. Household Cavalry making their way towards the saluting base. Blues and Royals first, and then the Life Guards. Field officer commanding the Sovereign's escort today, Major Tom Mountain. Music changes to the regimental walk of the Life Guards. The officer to the back of the troop is known as the Serafal Captain. Today that position taken by Captain Joshua Edwards. Mounted troops leaving the quadrangle via the George IV gate and into the grounds beyond. And here we have the great concluding symbol of the Red Arrows fly past. Well, Her Majesty clearly loved that. 9 aircraft in formation over Windsor, just to bring this parade to a conclusion.